Alright YouTube, so we are back to talk about something, probably Final Fantasy VII Remake. But before we get into the subject of the video, which is discussing whether or not there will be another delay for Final Fantasy VII Remake, we actually have a couple of themes to look at for PS4. This first dynamic theme is available to anybody that downloads the demo before May 11th, but it will not be available until April 10th when the game comes out. This dynamic theme is available to all PlayStation Plus members for free, but we don't have a date on it yet. They said it's coming out soon. This last one's kind of odd because it's only available as a pre-order bonus from Amazon.com in the US and various retailers in Europe, but there's no date on it. It's kind of weird that it's exclusive to Amazon though. And something I just came across while making the video over on Reddit is there's confirmation that they are out of code. Somebody actually screenshot their email and posted it on Reddit. I mentioned this in yesterday's video. Somebody left a comment on my video about this, but they never replied to my comment, so I couldn't get like a screenshot or confirmation of it. But now we have that. So if you haven't gone out and bought the candy bars yet, there's no point. And if they've been denying your receipts, there's probably no point even trying anymore. And I don't mean to keep talking about this damn Butterfinger DLC item stuff, but this will probably be the last time we discuss it. But I'm actually surprised that they're completely out of codes. They don't even have the lower tier items where there's 100,000 codes available. That many people participate in this, that's kind of surprising. There's also this that I forgot to talk about in yesterday's video. It's just a tweet saying that the remake pre-orders have exploded apparently, but I don't know why this guy would know any more than anybody else. And look, it's not a personal attack on the guy by any means, but he's just some random guy on Twitter tweeting this. It's no different than if I did it, right? If I tweeted out saying, the remake pre-orders are insane, it sounds like crazy, and what am I basing that off of? Because that's not public information. Anyways, on to the topic of the video, and whether or not we're going to see another delay for Final Fantasy VII Remake, and if it's not obvious why we're talking about this, the coronavirus. I had one of my subs comment about this on yesterday's video, and I thought it was a good discussion, because it's a very real possibility, man. It's a lot more serious of a situation than some people out there are giving it. For starters, we have the NBA season being canceled because of one of the players having the coronavirus. We have Trump's travel ban with Europe and things. We have, in my state, for example, there's a kid who got it, so a lot of local schools are being closed because of coronavirus. And one of the other things that the coronavirus is affecting is large gatherings of people in a lot of the cities. And we have WrestleMania coming up in a couple weeks. I'm a huge wrestling fan. I've been watching pretty much my entire life since I was 7 years old. And there's a chance that WrestleMania could be delayed or canceled this year because of the coronavirus. And it's crazy for me to think of this happening as somebody who's watched this pay-per-view every single year for as long as I can remember, that there might not be a WrestleMania this year, or might get pushed back to a different date, or pushed to a different venue. Who knows what's going to happen, man. And look, I'm not that well read on the coronavirus. I haven't looked super into it. I'm not trying to fearmonger and get people worried that there's going to be a delay of the game, but we just don't know how bad the situation is going to get, right? All I know is it's gotten progressively worse. There's more and more cases popping up in the country that I live in, more and more deaths all around the world. And hell, we've actually already seen this affect Square Enix to some degree with the Final Fantasy XIV team not traveling to PAX East because of the virus spreading in East Asia. And the thing is, something like this is completely out of Square Enix's control. If they're told they cannot come into work and, finish Final Fantasy VII Remake, what can they do? They have to delay the game. It's out of their control. It's out of their hands. And while I've said in the past plenty of times that I do believe the game is finished, we don't have, I think, confirmation that the game's gone gold yet. I could be wrong there. Be sure and correct me if I am. And you gotta think, when it comes to a video game, they gotta ship however many millions of physical copies all around the world to all these different countries, and that might, be a problem. In a couple weeks, something like that might not be a possibility. And I'm not sure if something like that would affect the digital version of the game, because all they have to do is put the game up on the PlayStation Network, and people can download it and play it, so maybe that could still be a possibility. Even if there was a delay for, being able to get a physical copy of the game, maybe they could still put the digital version out there. It's a very serious, strange situation, man. It's not something I've ever experienced in my lifetime that I can recall. Unless something happened when I was really, really young in the 90s, I don't recall something like this ever being a thing. It's crazy. And we just don't know what the widespread effects are going to be as time goes on. Like I said, it seems like it's progressively getting worse from what I've seen, so who knows where we're going to be a week from now, 2 weeks from now, a month from now when the game's supposed to be out. So it remains to be seen. And just to be perfectly clear here, I'm not telling you guys that there's going to be a delay. I'm not even really telling you guys to brace yourselves for another delay of the game. It's just a possibility. So I definitely want to pass this one off to you guys in the comment section, because prior to this, I was of the belief, of the mindset, that there would not be any more delays of the game at all. And there's other people out there who thought that there would be, but this is something that's completely out of everybody's hands. So I'm just kind of curious what you guys think about the situation. Do you think there's going to be another delay of the game, whether big or small, a week, another month, or something like that? Or do you think the game's just going to drop like normal? Either way, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to this channel if you guys are new and want to stay updated with more Final Fantasy VII Remake content. Turn on notifications. Follow me on Twitter at @dashingdavid, at my Discord. Links to my social networks are in the description and in the outro. Later, guys. Give me a smile, give me forever for a while, give me forever for a while. Quit acting like a baby, or at least less like a child. Give me serenity, or at least just peace.